Hey there, creatives. So as you can see, we're going to start with some alcohol ink on a clean Faith Impressions border plate. I like to do the drops from high up because I kind of feel like it keeps me from trying to direct where the paint is going. I feel it makes it a little bit more organic, lets it have a little more freedom. So as you can see, I'm putting just some really big drops on there. Since I'm doing kind of a water theme, I chose to use a blue, a green, and then a darker blue. And that's just going to give me a really nice contrast, but not so much that it blends together and makes mud. You can see I've kind of left it on there. I originally thought about brayering it from here, but I wanted to try kind of a new kind of funky technique that you'll see come up here in just a second. I wanted to figure out a way to spread the alcohol ink, and you can see I'm just using, it's a blunt pencil that was sitting on my desk, and I'm just using that to kind of drag and make some marks. So that's just going to allow my alcohol ink colors to blend a little bit more and to stretch a little bit more, but without doing like a full brayer technique where it's putting it all the way across my plate. So I'm letting that kind of sit there for a second. I don't want it to dry fully. But I do want it to dry just a little bit because it'll give me some darker contrast whenever I do my next step. So you can see I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And now I'm actually going to grab some Liquitex clear gesso. Like I said, my alcohol ink is still partially wet, so when I brayer it, it's going to give me that great background and that great mixture of color. But since I let it dry for just a couple seconds, I'm going to keep some dark spots in there. So you can see I'm just going to line that up in my Bible, give it a nice little press down. And since this is the first time I had kind of tried this technique, I wanted to let it just kind of marinate there for a few minutes and just make sure that I got a really good transfer with my clear gesso and my alcohol ink. So you can see that I'm letting it just kind of rest for a second, giving it a couple little extra pats, and then just gonna lift it up lengthwise. And you can see that I get a really just beautiful, the lines and the darkness and the contrasts and my background is all done all at one time. So I hope you enjoy this technique and you give it a try. I'd love to see it. Leave us a comment down below. Thanks. Have a great day.